Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let me get. Okay, guys. Hi, I'm LaDonna Raeh, and you are watching Hot Saucin. This is the revolutionary show where we talk about being black in America. Now,
Hello.
I'm calling my mother. She just answered. Mom, is that you?
Yes, it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for my mother, the revolutionary Linda Prince. Or should
Okay.
I give out your other name, Asia? No, no.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay, okay. Don't give. Okay, don't. Not too much. Not too much.
not too much info.
Okay. She says not too much info. Well, I just want to say thank you for coming on to the show as my guest host today. You are an amazing woman, and you raised an amazing woman, being me. But I'm just saying, I'm excited. I'm actually kind of nervous to have you on the show, Mom.
Why?
Well, because it's you.
And
Okay, no biggie. You understand where I'm coming from.
okay, don't be nervous.
All right, all right. I won't be nervous. I'll try not to be.
Okay, okay. Those days are over. You're grown now.
Shoot, you don't care. You don't care. You be like, I'm still your mama. You know.
Yep, yep. But my job is done.
Oh, okay. All right. No worries. Okay, let me go ahead and get this. What I want to do is I want to make sure that everyone out there, you're watching the LaDonna Raeh Show Network. Everyone out there is watching and sharing this particular podcast episode because this is dear to me. It's my mom, and I just want to share the link so you guys can have access to it. Enjoy it. I was gonna do it on Clubhouse, Mom, but I haven't figured out how to have it on Clubhouse and have it on my phone. You sure your camera's not working?
My camera is working.
Oh, you didn't want to get on your computer and do it?
I just turned it on.
Oh mom.
What?
You gotta have it on. Like,
It's on. I just don't sit at my desk all day long. I have other things I have to do.
okay, is your email up?
Yeah, my email is off.
Oh, so if I sent you a link, I could actually get you on the show?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let me do that.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Don't hang up. You got to stay on the phone.
Okay.
Okay. Let me do this now. It's gonna come from. I'm just gonna email you. Here we go. So to mom, which wait, don't
That's the
tell
only
me.
way I know how to get it.
Okay. And I'm gonna put in the subject, it's gonna say link. And then you're just gonna click on the link.
Okay.
Okay, and then follow the instructions.
Okay.
How do I do that? There we go. Boom, send. Did you get it?
Let me refresh. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Am I in your spam, Mom? Is that what you do with my emails?
No. I normally get them.
Okay. Okay, can you refresh it?
I just did. Nothing's happening. Nothing came up yet.
Okay, is your Facebook open?
No, but I can.
Okay, if you open your Facebook, then maybe it'll show up in your Facebook.
Okay.
We've gotten so impatient with technology.
I don't know technology. We did everything by hand.
Okay.
We
All
had to
right.
do our own thinking.
Well, those days are over, Mom.
Not for me. They're over for you, but they're not for me. That's all I know. Okay, I got Facebook.
Okay, go to your messenger. Do you see your messenger where you get those messages?
I got one message.
Okay, is it from me?
It's from LaDonna.
Yes! We got one, y'all. We got one. Okay, when you click on it, what happens?
The gunfight. Oh, here's the other one.
Not the gunfight, mom. We'll talk about
Well,
that later.
I ain't fighting. I'm through with that. I've done that. You're entering a broadcast studio. Okay, it's loading. No mic or camera access to enter the studio. Allow mic. Okay, I
Yes,
did
allow
that.
mic. Yes.
Allow.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Oh, it's letting you in?
it's letting me in.
Oh my goodness.
It's working. Oh, terrible, terrible.
Did it ask you
Okay.
for your name?
Oh, display name. Yeah.
Okay. I'm all excited.
Why you talk to me every day?
I know, but I'm excited to share you with the world.
Oh, wait a minute. What did I do?
What did you do, mom?
I don't know. Hold on. Hold on. Just be patient. Be patient.
You know I don't. Okay, all right.
I know you don't have patience, but
All right.
just
All right. Well, while my mom gets herself together on that end, I just want to tell you thank you so much for tuning in. We've got hot sauce in on Thursdays. My regular guest, Eddie F, I have yet to have him on the show, but he has been working during those hours that I actually do the show. Wait, ma, I don't see. Oh, I do see you. Okay. And
you see.
yes, I do. So we're talking about revolutionary. Ma, hang up the phone. Do you have your speakers on your computer?
Yeah.
You can hear me on the computer?
Yes.
Okay, now
Can
you
I hang up the phone
no, wait,
now?
wait, before you do, say something in your mic on your computer.
Hold it down.
Wait, I want to make sure I can hear you. Oh yeah.
Hello, LaDonna.
Okay, we're gonna hang up the phone. Okay, mom, say something.
Hello.
We did it!
Okay.
All right, you can hang up the phone now. This is amazing. My mom is actually doing some technology stuff with us. This is something else. I'm telling you, I can never get this to work. Hold on. Let me get my clubhouse stuff going. Cause that there we go.
How come my screen isn't working?
Hold on. Let me get my
wait,
clubhouse stuff going. Cause that's not right. There we go. Start. There we go. There they go. All right. Woo. That was challenging. Okay, mom.
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome to Hot Saucin'. I'm your host, LaDonna Raeh. It's good to see you. You sitting kind of low there.
Well, when I sit down, everything goes down.
Oh, okay. Have the same problem. I just want to introduce you all to my mother. This is Linda Prince. She is my twin. Look at us. We look just alike. Mom, look at the camera. Don't look at yourself. You see the camera? There you go. Now
Oh,
smile.
there.
Hi,
Hi.
all right. So, welcome to Hot Sauce. And this is the show where we talk about being Black in America. Different cultures are treated different ways, but we are actually able to talk about our experiences in being Black in America. Mom, do you remember when we lived on the south side of Chicago? I was 8 years old.
Mhm.
When I was across the street from the house, a black boy, pulled a knife on me, a gun, pulled a knife on me. Do you remember that?
I remember very well.
Yes. And when I looked up, he was trying to swing his knife at my dog. And you said, not my kid. We went looking for him and you moved us out to the suburbs, which back then we were the only ones in that whole neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah. I remember just like yesterday.
What was your experience? Why don't you tell everyone so you can paint a picture?
Well, the situation was you had to. I asked you to walk the dog. You wanted to walk the dog. It was a Doberman, and the little boy decided he wanted to take the dog from you.
Wait,
But I'm
mom,
watching
mom,
you.
you have a TV on in the background. You know you're on a show,
There's no TV in this room.
but I can hear it clear. It's The Price is Right or something.
No, that you're not listening to.
But I do hear the television. I'm sorry to interrupt her. She's about to turn it off.
Well, if I leave the room, I'm gonna stay out the room.
Oh, okay, Mom. Go ahead and tell the story. She's so
Okay.
stubborn.
No, I'm not stubborn. I just don't walk that much. I've been walking all day. I You wanted to walk the dog, and I told you to stay right across the street so I could see you, right in front of Ruggles. And I watched you through the window walk the dog. This young man came up to you, and I saw something shiny flashing, and I saw your expression, and I was out there before the little boy could move. But by the time I got to the little boy to snatch him up, he ran off. And we called the police. We called the police. And I told the policeman, I hope you find him before I do. And before I put my life on the line and your life on the line, I decided to move. And we moved to the suburbs. But it was rough because we were the first blacks on that block, in that neighborhood, actually. And they didn't like that. As soon as we moved in, the street signs went up: for sale, for sale, for sale, for sale. And I went to one of the meetings later, and I told them, you're the ones that are crazy. Because if you move out, we can all move in. But if you don't move, nobody can move in. And it made sense to them. But the street signs still went up.
The for sale signs. When you say street signs, you mean the for sale
Yeah,
signs?
sale signs. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was rough. They shot through our window with BB guns, but they didn't know who I was. But I knew who they were. I did my research before I moved. And we had a little run in, and it ended. It ended.
Well, let me just say, this was my first time dealing with racism or even realizing that it actually existed because I was 8 years old and I would ride my bike and they would throw bottles at me and say, nigger, go home. I had never experienced that in my life. I mean, I thought it was surreal even at 8 years old. I couldn't believe it. I even had a best friend. Remember Mary? Mary was my friend. I won't say her last name. And when it came time, she would come over our house all the time. But when it came time to go to her house, her parents wouldn't allow me on the property.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. Remember, I sent you and Mary to the store, and they wouldn't serve you. And Mary said, let me go in and get it because I come in all the time.
Yeah. Back then, kids could buy cigarettes and they sold them to Mary, not me.
Right.
And that wasn't, I mean, that was just unequal.
That was unequal. And
Yeah.
I made it known. I was a rebel too. I went up there just like I was, curlers in my hair, and I went up there with my. I went up there.
Mom, you never left the house with rollers in your hair.
Oh, I
Never.
did time.
I don't recall that. My mother is a diva. My mother would not let me take the trash out if my hair, or if I couldn't even take the trash out. There were no bonnets back then, but we wore scarves. And my mother said, excuse me, where you going? You going to bed? You better take that trash out. I am taking the trash out. Not with that scarf on your head. You never know who's watching. So, Mom, thank you for that. But in living in this particular suburb, Calumet City, this was back in the 80s, early 80s. We had no, I don't think they were expecting us to come because at the time, when the entire neighborhood, I'm talking when we drove down streets or neighborhoods or whatever, people looked at us and stared. It was like something from the movie Get Out. And literally, that's how they felt about us. They wanted us to leave, and they didn't want us to live there. And even in the school system, I went to Beasley Academic Center. Shout out to Beasley, Mr. Green, and a whole bunch of other teachers. But when I went to Beasley, I had to transfer because we lived in the suburbs. And the moment I transferred into the school from being an A student, I all of a sudden started failing. But it wasn't me that was failing, it was them that were failing me.
And what did I do?
Well, you took me to Soul Queen on Stony Island. Those of you that know about Soul Queen on Stony Island. And my mother said, because I had confided in my grandmother about what I was going through. And my grandmother, being who she was, told my mother. My mother got angry, heated. I mean, seriously heated. And she took me to Soul Queen, the buffet. And she said, look, I'm going to ask you one time, what is really going on at school? You can tell me. I don't care if you cuss. I don't care how it comes out. I need you to tell me what's going on so that I can address the issue. And I was like, really, to be honest with you, what I was thinking was, oh, this is my moment. I can say, mother, I can cuss, but I was still scared to. So I just said, well, and I told my mom what was going on at school, and she kept asking more questions. And it was it was then that I started realizing that this wasn't right. See, I thought I was failing. I thought I missed my friends so much that I just started failing. It turns out that they started failing me the moment I came in the door. They knew where I came from. They knew I came from a magnet school, but they started failing me. Let me just put this message up, Mom, from Jeremy. Jeremy says, I assume this was before our time. He said it was in our lifetime. Jeremy, this was in 1983, 84, 85, 86.
Right.
Yes.
How do you think you are?
Don't worry about all that, Mom. We don't have to talk about how old I am, okay? This is, you know, I'm just saying. But
Okay.
yeah, this was back in the early 80s. And yes, it was in Chicago. It was very prevalent in the suburbs that we moved to. And now, this particular suburb that we're talking about is 98% Black. So
Because they moved out.
they moved out. Yes,
They
they
moved out.
moved out.
And I
So
went right with them.
you what?
We went right with them.
What do you mean?
When they moved out, we moved out too.
Well, actually, we remained in Cal City for a long time because I ended up going to my high school, Thornwood. And when I went to Thornwood, it was I was there until I became pregnant. I got pregnant in high school. And my mom actually made a sacrifice and moved us to a larger apartment, and it moved me to another high school, but I hated that high school. But I look back and I see what my mom was trying to do. Even during that time when we moved to Riverdale, it was still diverse. Like, even our neighbors upstairs were white, and we were Black. And man, my mother could put an apartment together and make it look like a dollhouse. It was just gorgeous. People were always so amazed, and I didn't know why. I thought that was a little odd that they were amazed at how our house looked. Well, it turns out not everybody's house was looking like that, including them. But my mother really put a lot of time and effort into where we lived, no matter where we lived. So yeah, thanks, Mom. Kudos to you, Mama.
That's because my grandmother. My grandmother always told me.
What'd you say, Mama? The applause was so loud.
My grandmother always told me it's not where you live, but how you live.
Absolutely, it's definitely out. You see, I got the purple couch and the gray colors,
Oh,
and
I see.
isn't that gorgeous?
It's
Too bad.
gorgeous.
Too bad it's green screen, Mom. Okay, it's green screen. Yeah, but I want to thank you for that. So what? I know that you, even back in your day of being my young age, you were involved in some revolutionary movements in Chicago alone. Tell us about that.
Well, I worked with the office at SNCC. I worked with CORE. I worked with King. I worked with Jesse Jackson, and that was my thing, my revolution, my way of contributing to our
Civil rights.
survival and civil rights. Yes, yes,
Paving the way. I marched a couple of years ago when George Floyd took place. I was involved in a march, and I was so frustrated because I felt like I was right where my mother was, many years prior, and we were still in the same place.
yeah. It's still going on.
Yeah.
It's still going on. And if I had the strength now, I'd still be marching. I wouldn't be marching. I'd be making a change.
Yeah. Because not marches can only do so much.
They
Like,
can only do so much.
so we don't need protests. We need policy. We need policy changes. I got Trey on the line. Trey, are you gonna unmute yourself and say anything, or are you just gonna listen out today? Just hanging out today, Trey?
Yeah, I'm just hanging out.
All right. My heart goes out to Trey. He lost a real good friend, a dear friend, recently, a coworker. So, but Trey has been so supportive and revolutionary in his own way, just in joining us on our talks when we have our different shows. So, I just want to say thank you, Trey, for being that support individual, and I appreciate you so much.
No problem. No problem.
All right. So Phil is in the audience. What's up, Phil? I see you smiling and chilling down there. Now, Phil, if you want to come up, feel free to raise your hand. I will definitely bring you up. And I think you declined to come up as a speaker because sometimes we just want to listen in. I feel you. But Phil, Dr. Feel Good, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, LaDonna. It's been too long.
I know,
I'm
man.
missing you on them Sundays. Got me
Oh,
running late for church and all that.
I appreciate that, Phil. I can't forget you either. Say hello to my mother, Linda Prince.
y'all got me excited. Got your mom on, Trey. Heart goes out to you, sir. I'm a West Sider, y'all.
From Chicago?
And, yes, West
All
Side.
right, West Side.
Franklin and Holman, right across from Westinghouse.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar.
Just the story warms my heart because there come a time in 71, 72, everybody in my neighborhood was moving to the woods, Bellwood, Maywood, and everything else. And we the last one in our big old apartment building to get out. We went to Kenosha, Wisconsin, y'all.
Oh really? What made you go to Wisconsin?
Well, we had my mom's sisters lived all in Kenosha and Zion and all up this way. It was freedom. It was life. We was up here every Friday and every summer we could come, which was every week. We came to Wisconsin, but they decided it was rough. I was third, fourth grade. My brother was in middle school and high school, and they bought a house in Wisconsin, but they stayed working in Chicago at the post office. And my dad was a post office and a school teacher. And my mom worked post office, and we had to be kids in Wisconsin with my aunties. But they bought a house. They came up here and bought the newest house on the block, y'all.
I believe
the first night we was in, got a brick in the window.
Oh, wow!
But we made it. It was good upbringing. They raised us good. But I'll tell you what, I'll never forget. And I won't hesitate to tell some folks. I was from Chicago, and that's my hometown.
I know that's right, Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Y'all got me going with these stories.
Oh.
Best apartment in the neighborhood. How about that?
There's plenty more where that came from because I just remember different incidents that happened even when I was in 6th grade. I'll never forget when I transferred from one school and I went to another. There was a black girl that was in the initial school that I was in. She transferred to the school that I transferred to first. Okay, so she had been there for maybe a semester. When I got there, I got excited because it was all white and she was black, and I was like, "Oh my God, hi!" She treated me like she didn't know me, and she also encouraged the other students to talk about me, and I did everything I could to fit in, and it never happened. And I was so betrayed. I felt like we could be in this together. I felt like we could be in this together, and that did not happen. And she turned on me. And I had never done anything to her. But I started getting tough skin from these experiences. I started realizing that racism is real as long as we don't stick together. Bedroom Bully is in the building, girl. You changed my life. I got everybody buying the remote control Bluetooth panties now.
Did you send them to my site?
I did. I sent them the link, and they were like, "Well, where's the panties at?" That's why I text you.
Yeah. The panties were.
Look at my mother's face. My mother's looking like, "What the?"
The
And you
panties
know,
were out of stock. Hi, mom. Um, don't be afraid to release your inner freak, mom.
Yep.
But okay. The panties were out of stock when you reached out. They're
Okay.
now back on the site. And what I did tell you is that certain items, they're a tier 2 item. So what that means is you have to get back with your consultant to
Oh,
order it.
okay. No problem. Look, I've already mom, let me fill you in on what we're talking about. Um my mother's shaking her head. So watch
Now,
this.
I'm a
There,
bedroom kid.
mom, believe it or not, there's a pair of panties you can buy. Now, this has nothing to do with revolutionary nothing, but it is revolutionary for the women that don't have the warm bodies next to them. Okay, so there's these pair of panties you can buy that have a vibrator in them, and you can send your mate the code. He can get on an app and control the vibration from wherever he is.
That's revolutionary.
That
very much so. Very much.
my mother said very much so. Phil said that's very revolutionary. I love it. I
I
want to
agree.
But ain't that
Trey's.
the real thing?
Right, Trey?
Uh-oh, my mother. Okay, my mother just released
How
the
you
inner
doing?
freak. She said ain't nothing like the real thing. Mom, that's how I got here, okay?
But if your real thing is in Jamaica and you want to feel that vibration, you just send him the code and he'll be like, oh man. And to his voice, those panties will vibrate.
And
Wow.
what's not to vibe when you're vibrating and you're not with him? What are you gonna do?
Mom, mom, you know what happens if you got a vibrator in you know what?
You're not in his presence. What does
Well,
that do?
To feel his sensation.
It
y-
tells you what?
it fulfills your fantasy mentally, mom. The if he can't be there with you, so he can be there with you mentally and stimulate. So yeah, mom, I'll send you the link. Don't worry about it. I'll see you the link.
I don't need
I'll see you the link. Yeah, you want that link, mama. Don't act like that. Don't be a prude. Okay. I want to welcome to the stage Mike Pearson. This is my ride or die right here. Mike, welcome. Mike, say hello to Mama Raeh.
What's going on, Mama Raeh? You
Hey,
good?
baby, how are you?
Oh man, I'm better than most and even better than that.
All
I
right.
know that's right. I know
What's
that's
going
right.
What's going on, bedroom bully? That's my buddy
Oh, y'all know each other?
What's
from the
good?
yeah.
You
we
push it back.
show up at the honest collab,
You
but
know
that's
about the vibrating. Okay.
It's not just the Onyx collab that we know each other from. I think you was in a room with a bunch of people from Augusta, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. We
yeah
met
yeah
over there too.
yeah
So Mike,
yeah
well, actually Mike just
yeah.
came in. Bedroom bully. Do you have any racial incidents that you've run into that were just so blatant?
Uh,
One of those that you can't believe is still happening?
yes,
Come
I
on
did.
with it, girl.
Yes, I did. I have a 14-year-old daughter. She is in her first year of high school, and she has project primarily white teachers,
Mhm.
and she is in all honors classes. Fast forward, first week of school was in the beginning of August, like the second week of August.
Mhm.
So she goes to school, and lo and behold, one of her teachers is not afraid to show it. Now, my daughter is in all honors classes, and this teacher says, "You people
Uh,
know how you are,
uh,
Oh,
bitch.
oh,
You people are not supposed to be used in a class full of Caucasians and only four black people. So obviously, we know who you were talking to."
yeah, that part. What'd you do, mama? What'd you do? I didn't see you on the news, so what'd you do?
I ain't do nothing because I respect my daughter and how she ain't want to approach it. I didn't do nothing. But however, today when one of her teachers decided call me and make a good for nothing complaint, like that was a something that she said, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother caring about it.
Mhm.
So I made a complaint to that teacher. It's not the same teacher that made the statement. But hold on though. That's not the only statement that that stinking ass teacher made. Now she goes another like the second day or so and says, snatch your weave out. Now, bitch, you're white. Who the fuck weave you gonna snatch out?
I can't believe that. I can't. I can't believe this is happening in the classroom. This is what your daughter's teacher said.
Yeah.
So
I told
what do
my
we
daughter
go
I
ahead.
wanted to. I told my daughter that I wanted to go to the school board because I go for your job. I'm going for your seat. Like I'm that type of person.
All right. Well,
I'm very.
can I suggest something? Oh, hold on. Somehow I got kicked out of my room.
Make the suggestion.
Hold on, mom. Somebody kicked me out of my room and it's gone. Oh my goodness. Invite friends to join. Why does that happen?
You're being censored.
How did I get kicked out of my own room?
Well, just waiting on her to get back.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
And I see her up
Can you
there.
hear me? I don't know how I got kicked out.
I don't know if anybody pinged you and you might have your notifications off and you might have clicked the screen.
I didn't even touch it. It was sitting on my desk.
You're
But I'm
being
back now.
you're
No,
being
no,
censored.
I just want to play around. I booted you out.
Oh, Mike, you booted me out. You so silly. Okay, so I wanted to give you a suggestion, bedroom bully.
Yeah.
Okay. Number one, don't let it slide, but this is how you handle it. You have to leave your emotions out of it. You have to write emails both to the principal, the teacher.
Listen,
Well, forget the teacher.
I don't know if I could let my emotions out of it. I'm very well spoken. I am pro black. And yeah, I'm all the way black. And I will show you my blackness and how you are not supposed to go to it as a educator that I trust you with my daughter when I send her out the door. You should not make her feel uh less than a person just
That's
because of her skin.
right. That's right.
That's right.
And I speak very highly. Like my mother would tell you, I had on years ago. She was doing a yard sale, and it wasn't Black History Month, and I feel that we get the short end of the stick anyway. 28 days is just not enough. But it wasn't Black History Month, but I did have one of the Black History Month T-shirts on, and it said it was a Harriet Tubman T-shirt, and it said, "I freed 1,000 slaves. I would have freed 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves." My mother got on me about that T-shirt, and she said that that wasn't the proper area to wear your T-shirt in. And I said to my mother, "Are you dumb, stupid, or drunk? I can wear my T-shirt wherever the hell I want to wear my T-shirt. It is not my fault that you moved me from New York to a white area. You're at a yard sale, and I understand that. I will stay my pro-black ass inside."
Bedroom bully, I just want to say, kudos, and I applaud you for your passion and your emotions definitely will be involved. But the reason why I said leave your emotions out of it, I don't mean that I'm not telling you how to feel. A long time ago, my mother told me you can't tell me how to feel. She's right. But when it comes to writing those letters, state the facts and state the solution, like the expectation, and take it to the board. You have a paper trail and something goes down, now you have a paper trail. That's all I'm saying, bedroom bully. I go through this every year with my son. My son is all over the place with behavior, okay? And it's so big. You know what I'm saying? Like they know me, they hate me, and they love me at the same time. Because number one, I'm the only advocate for my son. Number two, I'm gonna write a letter every chance I get, and I'll be at those board meetings every time they have them, and they happen every month. They know me by name. They know me by my walk. They know what car I drive because I'm there. But my point is, don't let it slide if you can help it, and I will help you write those letters. You see what
Let
I'm
me
saying?
slide in.
Go
Let me
ahead,
slide
Mike.
in. So this is my thing, and I've used this forever and a day, whether it's been in business or whether it's been in personal, whether it's been in kids' school or whatever the case may be. I treat these occurrences like a man, like Lord, why am I losing my words? I treat it like a math problem, fact over fiction. So because see, I mean fact over feelings. So first of all, my feelings can be debated all day long, and people will dismiss my feelings. So what I start off with is I'm going to give you all the facts about the situation because the facts are indisputable. The facts are not arguable at all. Because you started this conversation off with how weave is a thing that belongs to black people that black people do, and the way that she approached it. You started this conversation off with they said in the room, you people, your people, and historically that is being used as a racist term to identify black people. Blah blah. You state those facts, and then how they are used to marginalize your child. You spoke to my child in this manner in a class that only had four children in it. Those terms are used in such a way that marginalize black people. It blah blah blah. You state fact first. Now, after your facts have been stated, because that's undisputed, we can't argue about that. Now, if you want to talk about your feelings, now we can have that conversation because there's a baseline that you cannot argue, and there's a baseline that they have to address. Because that baseline that you established, guess what? That can be done. That information can now be taken to TikTok. You can call the local news. You can go to the school board, and because see, if we when we start stuff off snapping off, because we have the ability to make people feel so small with our words and our power, but it won't cause them to change. What causes them to change is when you state the fact and then you present it, and now the white folks who don't want that smoke, who don't want that headache, they begin to police them. And so they might not change because they want to, but they're gonna change because they're getting policed now because the powers that be, they don't want that smoke. They don't
Exactly.
want that headache. So I'm just saying.
No, you're right, and that was along the lines that I was saying as well, Mike. This is something that is so heavily taken into account when things do get changed. But when people just kind of blow you off, it's because they, like you said, they blow off your emotions. I started off as an emotional parent, and then I realized after working with an advocate, I had to work with a parental advocate. She sat down with me and she said, "LaDonna, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're going to have to take your feelings out of your letters. You cannot say I feel. You cannot say it seems. You have to state what is." And she showed me how to state the solution that I want at the end of the letter. This is why, but bedroom bully, if you want to sit down with me, I will share with you my information and we can go over it because they should not get away with that. You people, I got your people. Let me show you what our people can really do. Fuck what you saw on TV. Sorry, mom. You still there?
And
There we go. Go ahead,
you
Trey.
know what? I'm just sitting back and listening, and I wish this never happened. Cause here it is, 2022, and it's still happening. I don't understand why it's still happening, but something got to give. Something had to give.
Listen, why is happening? Dude, that's because it's never went anywhere. We already found out that when Trump came out, that he brought back that he made it okay for people not to hold it under the covers anymore.
You know what? You Good point. I forgot. I don't know how that slipped by me, but good point.
So it's just that I'm gonna tell you the biggest problem. Okay, I'm gonna tell you one of the problems. One of the problems is that we oftentimes let this stuff go unchecked. We say, you know what, I'm not gonna say nothing. You know what, it's not worth it. You know what, I don't feel like doing it because I'm tired of these type of situations, and I'm just gonna go away. I'm gonna transfer my kids to another school. I'm gonna move to another neighborhood, and so often these types of things go unchecked. And just like bullies, the moment that somebody stands up to a bully, and the bully say, "Oh, okay, I guess I can't knock somebody upside the head because somebody else gonna knock me upside my head. All
But
right, I guess I'm
look,
gonna chill out now."
there's nowhere for me to go. I live in the South. I live in Florida. And like my father used to say to me, he not deceased or nothing, but he used to say this to me years ago. Um, we are the deepest South. We in Florida. There's no more South after Florida.
But
You know what? I'm
what does
gonna
that
agree,
mean though? What does that mean for
man.
you?
Listen, let me tell you what that means for Florida. I understand what she's saying, and
Mm-hmm.
I still believe that there's things that she can do, but she's correcting the assertion that Florida is a unique beast. I mean, so just without dominating this, just to give you a small snapshot. So Governor DeSantis, he unlawfully he unlawfully removed his attorney general because the attorney general is a Democrat. But see, the attorney general's position is a voter is a position that's voted on by the people of Florida. It's not a position that's appointed by the governor. So he unlawfully removed them with police, installed someone else who never even ran, and immediately what that person did was, and I forget their name, immediately what they did is said everything that the Democratic Attorney General put on hold or got rid of is now immediately reinstated. What's one of those things that was reinstated? Stop, just like New York had to stop and frisk. Well, Florida had a law that the police could stop anybody that's on a bike and question them, give them a citation, check their IDs, and so what that program turned into was a program that was used against minorities, black and brown people, and they exponentially got 80% of the citations went to riding their bikes, riding while black. They exponentially had a larger amount. I want to say it was somewhere around 80%. I would have to Google it. And so what happened was it was showing that the police were only harassing black and brown. They were using it as a way to write additional tickets and or take black and brown to jail. So when a Democratic state attorney got in, he said, "No, we're gonna halt this because it needs to be fixed." I understand what the spirit of it was, but it's not going right, and it's being used in a racist manner against black and brown. Well, as the moment DeSantis put illegally forced that person out by using state troopers, and they put in a Republican state attorney, she reinstituted it. So that's one of the raw things that Bear Bully is talking about Florida. Florida is a unique type of Southern beast, and it's being propagated throughout their government. The racism is being propagated throughout their government, and it's a unique type beast. I don't think it's hopeless, but it's dang on difficult.
Yeah, I can see that. I just looked up the article. Basically, the new Florida state's attorney is the same thing you just said, and this was published not too long. So my God, I mean, we look at why is this still happening? This is one of the reasons why it's still happening. We have to get out and vote in numbers. We seem to run out and vote for the presidential races, but we don't vote in between that. So you've got people in place that are doing, stupid stuff like this that target Black people. So we have to get out and vote. We have to vote with our dollars and we have to vote with our ballots. And that's the simple form of the answer, but there's a lot more to it. But my heart goes out to you, bedroom bully. Thanks, Mike. All right, guys, I just want to reset the room. Mom, you've been silent over there. You're supposed to be co-hosting, but I haven't heard from you. You're nodding your head. No one can see that. I know you got
You
something to
got
say.
me muted. You got me muted.
Well, that's because
You
the
had
TV
me muted.
background.
Yeah, you had me muted. You know I got a lot to say.
Go ahead. I'm listening, Mama.
Will be quiet. I will be silent because I do want to hear what everybody else has had to go through. And it hasn't changed.
Sad.
All the time, it hasn't changed. Now, what do we do as a group, as a people, to make that change? Vote. We have to vote and let our voices be heard. That's the only way we can do it.
And keep our families together. I, I know that's
Yeah,
deep, but keep the
yeah,
families together.
yeah.
Well, again, you're listening to Hot Saucin' with LaDonna Raeh and my special guest host, revolutionary Linda Prince. Power to the people, Mama. You're the reason why I'm so rough around the edges, and I want to thank you for that because I love having a sunshiny day, but that doesn't always work. So I will say in a minute, here come Linda D, because that's the side of me that nobody wants to see. Trey, I know you're having one of those days, but have you had any experience with racism that you want to share with us?
I haven't.
Okay. And I know Mike hasn't because he looks like he's from Saudi Arabia.
And that's the racism that I keep running into. You people keep calling me a Puerto Rican. So
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
no, when I walk into a room and people don't know what
Hold on, you not Puerto Rican?
Oh, damn.
Wow.
I mean, damn, I thought you was a Puerto Rican.
I know. You're like, I'm not listening to him. He don't know what I'm going through. He's Puerto Rican.
Okay. Bedroom, I went to Clark, Atlanta.
Oh, they let you in?
What's that supposed to mean? You could have been them black Puerto Ricans.
Oh my goodness. It's funny. I walk into a food market, one of those fruit markets that's owned by a number of
Listen, if you
Mexicans.
look at a picture of me, I look like a Puerto Rican too. I used to get that shit too.
Man, they started speaking Spanish to me, and I look at them and
Man,
I say no entiendo. They say no entiendo. I said, no, I don't speak Spanish, Negro. No, I don't know nothing other than no entiendo.
man, I get that all the time. And you know what it made me do?
What's that?
Go learn Spanish so I could tell them, look, cállate la boca.
Wait, what does that mean? What did you say?
Shut up. Shut up.
Oh my God. I should have known you was gonna be something mean.
Yeah, of course. I get in your car and soon as I get in your car, you start speaking to me in Spanish.
Yeah.
Soon as I go in the hair salon, you start speaking to me in Spanish just because I wanted to go to the Dominicans to get a washing set. Come on now.
Yep. Hey, listen, I was in Mexico, and dude, I'm with a bunch of Americans, so we're going on a tour, and the dude he jumps out, he speaks to every person in English, cracks a joke, really, 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 mannerable, and he got a lot of interpersonal skills. And I'm towards the back, and I'm coming out the hotel, and he sees me, and he just starts speaking Spanish to me. And I stood there and I looked at him. I said, "Man, I'm black. I don't know that." He said, "Oh man, you look like one of us. You're like Mexican. You need to do." He said something funny that I need to do to show that I'm not one of them. Everybody started laughing. I said, well, you should have known that I wasn't Mexican. He said, why? I said, because I'm taller than all you fucking
Oh,
short ass
and you know something? You know some. Hold on, Don. Don't hang up. You know something? What you should do is say, I tell you what, introduce me to one of your daughters. We'll have a child and we'll see how Puerto Rican I am. All right. I just want to welcome to the stage. First of all, Reggie just jumped into the room. Hi, Reggie. If you want to come up and speak, you can. But if you are watching us on YouTube, you will see that it is myself, LaDonna Raeh, Linda Prince, who is my revolutionary mama. And we have just had Don Doty join us. Don Doty is the founder of the Doty or Comprehensive Health. Georgia Doty Comprehensive Health is an amazing organization here in Chicago that where they take care of homeless veterans. Hey, Don.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
I see you in your Hugh Hefner pajamas.
Right, I was eating dinner. Right, I didn't know how it really worked.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, we're talking about racism in America, how to navigate as a Black American in white America. What racial situations have you been in? I know you've been in plenty, Don, because you call me your daughter.
Right. I deal with multiple ethnic groups that we try to reach. The Mexicans, the Hispanic, the Black, Asians, because I deal with health education. So I deal across the board for those that are homeless and those that are underserved population. So I don't have a specific, but I realize that many of the minorities are really uh, dealing with health disparity and do not have the economic resources and information viable for them to be able to change their life.
Yeah, that's a problem. I mean, I did an article for the Black Chamber of Commerce when it comes to healthcare disparities. And it's unfortunate how we don't get the same healthcare that our counterparts get.
Correct.
Yeah. And you're trying to bridge that gap?
I'm trying to bridge the gap and provide more resources and information that's available to them. I think a lot of times they don't know how to access the information and resources that could be available to them to be able to improve their life and their families. Yes.
What about Dr. Google, though?
Dr. Ola?
No, Google. You know, like Googling your symptoms and trying to fix your own body, your own health.
Yeah. Yes. Well, we
Isn't
have
that
five.
access?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Isn't that access? Google?
Yes.
But not really. You have what now? Go ahead.
Yeah, no, we have 4 platforms. We have our National Health Disparity magazine that comes out quarterly, and then we have our Doty Health show that comes on, and we also have our cooking, healthy cooking show that comes on Zoom, and then we also feed the homeless twice a month in Chicago throughout the area.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much for being such a contributor when it comes to the needy or even our veterans or people who just don't have the information. Mr. Don Doty, founder of Georgia Doty Comprehensive Health. Y'all check him out. It's georgiadotycomprehensivehealth.org. I want you to definitely get in touch, get involved, and get the information. Thank you, Don.
Thank you very much.
All right. Good night. All right. It's always a pleasure to have actual people tell their actual stories. Don Doty and I met a long time ago. I handed him a check for his organization. I wanted to definitely be a blessing to his nonprofit organization. This was 3 years ago. I was also their acting COO at some point, and it was an amazing journey. They needed a lot of help. Okay, so still these nonprofits that are doing things, that are actually doing things, they all need a lot of help. But they run into racial situations as well. That's why I wanted to get Don on here to just speak for a minute and then get off because he will ramble. Okay. All right. Well, I want to say thank you to my mother. We have gone, Trey, I do an hour show and it's been an hour, right? Trey normally says, no, longer. That's my Trey voice. But I want to thank my mom for her time. I want to thank her for carrying me out for the 9 months that she carried me. I'm going to put her mic back on. You're going to hear the TV again. Here we go. Okay. Oh, you turned it down. Okay.
You didn't let me speak.
I had to mute it because it was interference for the whole time. But but Mom, close us out. I'd like to hear what you have to say.
Well, all I have to say is we need to do better. We've got to do better so our children's children can do and have better. But we can only do it if we work together. United, we
We
have to be.
stand.
That's right. United we stand and divided we fall.
That's right.
And that's it. That's all.
Man, mom, you are so amazing. I love you.
I love you too, sweetheart.
All right. Well, Trey, have the best
Yep.
night. I'm holding your hand virtually, Trey.
Thank you very much.
Uh,
It's a rough time right now, but I'm gonna be okay.
I know you will. I know you will, sir. MC, sucker MC. That's you, Pearson.
Now you obviously want to talk to me because you said sucker. I mean, we know ain't no Kool-Aid pumping through these veins at all.
Ooh! I just wanted to say thank you, Mike, for coming on in here. It's always a pleasure when I see you in the room.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We will holler. We will holler later.
Absolutely. And bedroom bully.
Hey, Puerto Rican. See you later.
See?
Bye
See?
bye. Bye bye.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. All right, I want to thank you for watching, and I want to thank you for chiming in on these clubhouse streets and on the LaDonna Raeh show, which is hot saucing tonight. Tomorrow, I'm doing that show with my ex-husband. That's right. I know you're like, what? Yeah, man. We had a 12-year marriage. I thought it was 14 of them, but who's counting? But yeah, we have a show called Divorced and Dating Others. I had to add the others because people were saying, y'all back dating? No. But we are talking about after being divorced, how to co-parent the children. What about the exes? Not the exes. What about the partners? Like if he gets a girlfriend, how do I react? Do I let him? Do I want him around my kids and all that stuff? How we work out the responsibilities of the children. How we try to exist on the same planet without killing each other. Because I just got my concealed carry class taken care of. Yeah. Anyway, and then you have that's tomorrow at 8 o'clock Chicago time. And then Sunday, you can check out the spectacular Akai and Ray event, which is with myself and Maya Akai. She is like mental health therapy all day, and I'm the silly one, but we still talk about some real ish, like some grown folk stuff. So if you want to talk about, maybe some bedroom, some how-tos and things that the thought-provoking ish, then you can tune in with us. And if you don't want to tune in with us, tune in anyway and tell 10, 20 people. The other thing is Wednesday, you can tune in to Toasting While Tipping. And that's with me and Boss Lady Plus Two, where we just,
Dog,
you're going
I'm
to be on
gonna
that
miss
one?
your show. I'm gonna miss yours on Wednesday. God,
Well,
I got a show. I got a show now.
That's okay, Trey. I want you to talk about your show because mine is it goes live, but you can always tap in on demand. Trey, tell us about your show and we out of here.
Well, my show, I started. Yes, it started yesterday.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Trey got a show. That's right. I need you to tune in. That's right. I don't care if you tune in to mine or his. Just make sure you support it. All right, Trey, tell us about it.
It's called Talking to Anyone in Radio. It don't have to be anyone in radio. Anybody come up and speak and tell me what's on your mind.
All right.
And I only have one rule: just keep it clean, no cussing.
Oh no,
that's all I ask.
Okay, so I can't come on there with my F bombs and my S bombs.
No cussing, please.
Oh, okay, all right. No N words.
We're gonna keep it clean.
Okay.
It's gonna be a family show.
Oh, okay, a family show. Okay. I'm there. I won't be cussing. What time?
It's from 8 to 9.
Oh, okay. I'll be done by I mean, my show is. You're not gonna miss my show. Yours is at night, right?
Correct.
Mine is in the morning, Trey. What are you talking about? Mine is on at 8 a.m.
Oh no. Oh, my bad.
Duh.
Let me shut up.
Yeah.
I'll be at work. I'll be at my other job.
Well, tune in while you're on your other job. I got 3 jobs. I'm Jamaican.
Hey.
What? I really am, though. My mother's father was Jamaican.
Yeah, I am too.
Come on, girl. Irie.
Wagwan.
Yes.
You know what? Y'all be claiming y'all Jamaican like black folks be claiming they got Indian in their
Oh
family.
I
no,
do
Y'all
have
no.
Indian in
My
my family.
father,
Don't you see
my
my hair?
father's Jamaican.
Don't you
I
see
can
my
prove
hair?
it.
Mama, tell them. My mother got
I can
nice
prove
hair.
it. Can you prove that you're black? Because you look
Oops.
Hispanic.
Dang.
Hold on, whoa. No, hold on.
Wow.
I don't
What was that?
That's okay.
No, bedroom bully doesn't believe that Mike is black. Now I know Mike for real. So he a Negro, okay?
Doesn't matter.
Hold on. I have my
It doesn't
23
matter.
in me. I have my 23 in me that I'm 48% Nigerian. Don't worry about the rest.
Oh, you're
Look,
Nigerian
look,
like me.
look,
Yes.
Mike.
Yo,
Don't take it so serious. You know I'm a jokester.
I know.
No, but he gets rejected by the blacks and rejected by the whites, so he's kind of in purgatory. So he had to come up with something.
No, but you could just tell them, look, when they look at your profile pic, if that's your profile pic, you could just tell them that you belong to the confused community.
Oh wow. You know what?
You
You
are
leave Mike alone. I'm gonna take up for him. Even my mama's making faces. We go out of here. It was over. It's hot saucing. We're not throwing people under the bus for being Arab. Okay, that's it.
look,
I'm out.
listen.
And
I'm
that
not
would be
throwing you under the bus. I'm just saying you tell them.
Wait, she
Girl,
said if that's my picture, LaDonna, would you confirm
yes,
or
that
deny
is
that is my?
that is his picture. He got a double chin now, but that's his picture, yes. No, I love me some Mike. All right, y'all. We out of here. Go
and I will
ahead and
talk to you. I will
close.
be
We
listen to your show on Sunday.
okay for sure. Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Bye
Like your
bye.
back home.
And that is the end of the show. I want to thank my special guest, my own mother. That's right, my own mother that carried me for 9 months and probably 20 years. Yes, I love you. You did such an amazing job, Linda Prince. We love you. You're welcome back anytime if you'll have us. And Bedroom Bully, you send me those vibrating panties, girl. You know what I'm talking about. You got my address. I'm going to send it to you, and I'm going to make you my consultant. And Trey, make sure you tune in because I'm going to tap in with you. All right. We all. LaDonna Raeh signing off. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and like and share.
LaDonna,
Peace.
check your back channel.
Yes, ma'am.